Hello, welcome. This is Sports This Morning. We're broadcasting live from Channels TV Sports Center in Lagos, Nigeria. I'm Austin Okonakpan.
Good morning and welcome. I'm Cecilia Morgan.
It's great to have you join us again. I'm Tayo Salam.
Okay, it's just one more day to the 2016 Rio Olympics. The games have finally arrived. Are you ready? How prepared is Team Nigeria? We will be giving you all the lowdown today on the show.
Yeah, definitely some teams to prepare, why some are not. Well, for under 23 national team, you're still dreaming of taking a trip to Rio. That's talking about Menares, where they're going to play their first game against Japan. 2 a.m. Friday morning Nigerian time, of course 11 p.m. Brazilian time. But these Olympic Eagles are still in Atlanta. News reaching us from there is the fact that, okay, they're likely to leave at 12 noon or 7 a.m. We're still waiting to see if they will be leaving today for their opening game in Brazil.
Wow. Nightmarish stuff for the dream team. I mean, it's just incredible. Travel arrangements gone horribly wrong. Also on the show this morning, Austin, Cecilia, I don't know if you guys are not tired about talking about doping because he's dominated the build-up to the Olympics. And here we're going on to talk boxing as well, too. And we're still talking doping because world heavyweight champion Tyson Fury has been charged with a doping offense by the UK's anti-doping body. This is incredible. I mean, the story's been out and about for a while now, but we just got official confirmation from the watchdog in the UK that Tyson Fury actually, tested positive to traces of nandrolone. And it's come out to deny it. It says it's going to sue the body. It says it's innocent. And Austin, you wonder where this goes from here.
I know.
It's a tough one. When I heard the news yesterday, I was like, Fury? I mean, he's been outspoken. He talked about so many things. Why will he be so careless? Because that's the word I have to use now. Maybe there's something he may have taken, and of course, and it was tested, and they found some traces of some banned substance in his system. So this is not something we really wanted to hear, especially the fact that when he had to say the bouts between him and Vladimir Klitschko was postponed simply because of his injury and all that. But right now, was it because of this?
Austin.
I'm trying to think
Austin,
now. Was it because of a situation
Cecilia,
like this?
when you
Maybe he
deal,
was notified and it felt okay.
Clearly, Cecilia, clearly that's what has happened here.
Yeah.
I mean, when you're dealing with athletes, I mean, whatever they say, take it with a pinch of salt. When he came out and said he was pulling out of that bout because of injury, a lot of people wonder what's going on, because afterwards they saw Fury, going to the pubs. It was at Euro 2016, was having fun. He didn't look injured. Okay, maybe he actually injured himself, but it didn't look too serious enough for him to pull out the bout. But it now looks like this is the real reason why he pulled out of the bout, because he had been notified by the UK anti-doping body that he's actually tested positive for a banned drug. This is just, I want to say scandalous, but I'm not going to use that word just yet until the appeal, because what he has done now is appealed the suspension, and the ban has been lifted until a hearing in front of the National Anti-Doping Panel. They've not decided a date on that one yet, but until that's done, Fury is a free man. He can actually go on and fight, and we'll see what happens afterwards.
Clean.
But it's not good at all.
Or not. This is a new worry for Tyson Fury.
Big worry.
Big worry, Tyler, because at this stage, it does everything to your image. At this stage, it might just shut him up completely until that rematch doesn't even comes. So, look, I don't know what's going on with athletes. Just when Cecilia said we were expecting that fight, and then the talks of injury and all that came out. And you remember the way broken it was. He was sitting in a car. He was sitting in a car, like someone just held the phone and said, "Let's just tell the world that you're injured, and that fight needs to be postponed."
Yes.
I
mean, this bout is big. It is.
Like, why didn't you just call a press conference? When we just couldn't do it, it was on his Instagram page. That's when people get to know about the news and everything. Well, I really don't know. I said it earlier, if you're a top athlete like this, just be conscious of what you're drinking, what you're eating, and what you're doing. It helps a lot, because I wouldn't say, he tested positive for something because of the bout. Obviously not. But maybe because of negligence on his own part. And that was why this actually happened. And it's a huge dent on him. He has appealed the ban. The ban has been lifted, and of course, going to face charges. We'll wait to see what's going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, Cecilia Austin, Tyson Fury, because of his personality, has been receiving a lot of abuse based on this particular revelation. It's a big shame. I mean, he's actually responsible for actually making the heavyweight division exciting again when he beats Vladimir Klitschko. So you're not going to take that away from him. But with this latest, developments, there are a few people out there starting to have doubts, about Tyson Fury.
He has denied the claims, and he's saying he wants to sue the United Kingdom.
We will see. I mean, he's got to fight back. Obviously, it's not just going to lay back there.
Careful, because now that you're telling them I'm coming back for a big punch, they're looking for more reasons to bring it down if they have their evidence.
Of course,
very, very careful. Oh, come on! I love the sort of pressers this guy gives to us. Now he might just come out all careful.
Wow.
Well, that's the update. Tyson Fury, heavyweight world champion, being charged by the UK Anti-Doping Agency. We will monitor that story. We'll see what will come out of it. I'm particularly Russian athletes will say, follow it up, follow it up. All right, just one more day to the 2016 Rio Olympics. Guys, where is the torch? The torch is traveling. It should be in Rio now.
Yeah, definitely paraded through the streets downtown Rio de Janeiro. Wow. Well, it wasn't a pretty sight when the parade is ongoing. You have protesters on the sides, police trying to keep them at bay so that they don't interrupt, the parade of the torch. But at the end of the day, some fans actually enjoyed it because they were all looking forward to it, just wanting to see it and all that. It's a beautiful sight to see, except the distractions from those protesters saying, hey, you haven't paid us our salaries. Hey, so many things going on here. Why are you hosting these games? Well, even while that was going on, others were actually, happy with it. If you can just see that picture, of the...
I mean, different stories for different folks. Why are you saying, look, a lot of people will see the Olympics as an avenue to, bring out just their thoughts, their aggrieved ones will come out. I mean, that's the Olympic touch. They know that Tayo, Cecilia, and the media worldwide, everyone is monitoring. And if the state government is owing me just $20, this is my chance.
Opportunity to let the world know these guys are not doing their part. I understand all that. But it's finally home. In quotes, because it's finally reached its final destination on its way to Maracana. So it just shows you the Olympics is really here. I mean, the games is going to start. Opening ceremonies tomorrow.
Wow.
I can't wait. I'm sure the organizers have everything in place now to, first of all, deliver a spectacular opening ceremony, which is what a lot of people are looking forward to, which sets the tone, for major events like the one we're going to see in Rio, Austin.
That's right.
Definitely. For especially, of course, about 335 Brazilian cities. And I mean, before arriving in Rio, it's
must be tired.
That's a lot of movement.
The movement all through and all that. It's a huge one. They're really happy that it's happening. And there's actually a message coming from
before we go to the Pope, though, we're talking about, opening ceremonies, getting ready, making sure the fireworks are in place, making sure they go off the right way, not the wrong way. And the organizers have been, working on that. And they actually had another test run, ahead of the opening ceremony tomorrow. So, Cecilia, look at that.
There you go.
We're going to see something very similar.
That's just testing. It's just preamble, I'm sure the guy in charge of this fireworks is saying something tells me something might just go wrong. Let's test it again.
I mean,
the details are still very on the rocks. I mean, they're not revealing what they're going to do tomorrow. I just can't wait to see the surprises. I can't wait at all.
Of course,
this is even enough for me.
This is just the tip of the iceberg. I mean, like Cecilia said, they've not revealed details here, but that's the way it's done because it makes you look forward to it. It makes you look forward to what we're going to see, and surely we're going to see a lot of Brazilian, fusion and culture on parade tomorrow. So, Austin, Cecilia,
your style, it is the samba dance.
Can you imagine?
Your friends. It's okay. So the triumph on the opening ceremony of the 2016 Rio Olympics. Good. We love the Olympics already, feeling it right here. And Pope Francis was also part of it. He's saying, look, let's use this Olympics to unite the world.
Yeah.
That's the message.
It's constructing a better world. That's what he was saying. The world is thirsty for peace, tolerance, conciliation, and of course the spirit of Olympic Games, that everyone come together to compete and also lose gallantly. You don't just compete and start saying, oh, the referee was at fault or the umpire caused it. But after, when you lose, you shake hands and you go home happy. Just having the opportunity to compete at all is a huge step for most countries going in the likes of Pakistan, even the refugee team Nigeria, USA, everyone, even those that were ready for it. But hey, the Olympics is here. There's nothing you can do about it. The Pope is saying just use the opportunity to actually build that oneness that the sport entails.
Good one coming from Pope Francis there, and for a world leader as he is, whatever he says, the attire goes a long way. Particularly him saying that in a world that is thirsty for peace. So when you bring somebody from Nigeria, another one from Kenya, and now we're having a refugee Olympic team, that this is the right place to start discussing world peace.
Of course, I mean, it's done the right thing, preaching world peace, and I think it's very expected from Pope Francis. And we all know the power of sports. Sports is just a superb unifier. I mean, we've seen countries at war, but they go to major sporting events, they play against each other in football, and after the game, everyone is all hugging and kissing, and it's all love. I mean, that's what sports can actually do for the world that we live in right now. Hopefully, the authorities, responsible for all these other countries can just, follow the lead of Pope Francis and just, give us world peace. I know it's going to be very hard to achieve because of several factors, but the Olympic spirit.
But just having this picture, I mean, it's already a success, having the Pope, come around, talk to, kids. And he had words for the homeboys also. He says Brazilians, after this Olympics, used to build a just and more safe country.
They don't have a choice. I mean, hearing from the Pope, they just don't have a choice than to obey that and see how they can have this spirit of inclusion with everyone. I didn't like the picture I saw, when the torch arrived in Rio. Protesters on one side, the other one's happy. So they can actually use these games and build something better, a just country, a just society.
Fair play, balance. They know the Pope is around. Let's give the Pope something to talk about.
Yeah, exactly. It's an opportunity for them to hear the grievances. And like Cecilia said, it's not good. It's not really good when you have these protesters, because I suspect they have legitimate reasons for doing what they're doing. So but the Olympics is here. Those protesters, they're the ones who can actually say, they believe when they hear that term legacy, they believe it's just a fancy word because it doesn't do anything for them. Once the games are over, all the money's been spent, they're going to remain at the same level they were before the games, so they don't care about Olympics legacy or anything like that. So over to the Brazilian authorities as well to ensure that after the games, the citizens, just enjoy.
Just improving the beauty of the city. Just make sure you pay salaries and everything.
Finish. That's all. It's a straightforward story. But let's say special thanks to the Pope for being part of the movement for world peace and unity, using the Olympics as the right avenue to achieve that. Let's come to the Olympics proper now, proper. And again, nobody. I mean, we isn't talking about Russia.
Okay, official right now. No Russian weightlifters at the Rio Olympic Games because the Court of Arbitration for Sports have to reject the country's appeal against a ban imposed on the sports by the governing body. You remember IOC says the international bodies of different sports across the world, they can, actually use it. I mean, use the opportunity to say, okay, you can participate, you cannot. Maybe quickly we can listen to, the spokesperson for CAS when he was actually reading it out.
The appeal filed by the Russian Weightlifting Federation against the International Weightlifting Federation has been dismissed by the Court of Arbitration for Sport this afternoon. The CAS panel in charge of this case has determined that the decision of the IWF was valid and was proportionate to the circumstances, and that the regulations of the IWF have been properly applied. So that's the end of the statement.
So, that's what it is?
Yeah.
No Russian weightlifters?
No, too bad. All of them are suspended, barred from the games. And it looks like all these international sporting federations are actually doing their job.
Okay, so that's it. We'll continue the updates on Russia. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Stay with us.